What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Couch Potatoes, where me, Ben, and my buddy Adam, we review movies. Tonight we've got a special request from some friends of ours, well, supposed friends, and this is the movie Shotcaller with Jamie Lannister in it from Game of Thrones, a couple of other people. We've got John Barenthal. We've got a couple other people that are just
no big time people.
No big time people.
You know them when you see them.
But it'll be kind of that guy. He's in everything. So my man Adam's going to handle the plot for us real quick.
Yeah.
So jump right into it.
Sure. The movie follows Jacob Harlan. Basically, he's a stockbroker. The movie starts off. He's on him and his partner discussing business. They go out on a double date with their wives. On the way back from their dinner date, they get into a car accident. His business partner dies, and then he gets charged for manslaughter.
He'd been drinking. He blew.
Yeah, he'd been
blew .10.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
bad beat there.
I'd like to be a little higher myself if it was me, but
yeah, get your money's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, then he goes to prison. He has to decide whether he wants to go to to plead not guilty or just take the plea charge, and he takes the plea charge for 16 months.
16 months.
Yep, and then we take it from there. The movie starts out, he's in prison, and that's kind of where we go from there.
He's in prison. Obviously wants to be protected because he goes to prison with all the murderers and rapists and,
sure.
and the big dogs, so to speak. And he immediately goes into prison, starts working with the Aryan Brotherhood.
Right, yeah. I mean, literally in the movie, like the first scene where he goes in there, as soon as he hits the courtyard, he gets tried by a jacked black guy. Yeah. He immediately starts whooping that guy's ass. Yeah. And that catches the eye of the Aryan brothers over there.
The Brotherhood. He
yeah.
goes into Brotherhood, has to earn his way into the Brotherhood, starts with sticking some Heron where the sun don't shine. Yep. Progresses to murder, ends up in a separate prison, the Shoe. Gets out of prison.
Correct. So the plot line's kind of all over the place here.
Correct.
He starts out dealing with one leader of the Aryan Nation, and then when he goes to this other prison, he deals with a obviously even more hardcore
leader of the
Aryan Nation, but they really don't.
No backstory.
No backstory on any of these people.
How this dude got there?
No,
he just shows up, and this is the man.
You just perceive that he's like the top dog.
In a rapid amount of time, he goes from banker to tatted up.
Yes.
The main character we're talking about here, Jamie Lannister, goes to tatted up Aryan leader, and basically ends with not to give the movie away. Not to give the movie away, but he makes a decision to become the Shotcaller of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's where I got a lot of issues with this movie.
We'll get to that here shortly. Totally agree with you there. Do you want to jump in first? I have a lot of problems with this movie.
Sure. First off, I mean, you take a guy who had no criminal record before, 16th month sentence, and he flips that into... I don't know if he actually murdered the guy in the courtyard or what, but either way, it was attempted murder or something. So he got like 10 additional years. They sent him to a different prison. Then he gets out of, actually before he even gets out of prison, all this time, he finally writes his kid a note, basically telling his kid, I'm a piece of crap. Don't ever talk to me. I'm never going to talk to you.
I'm dead to you.
Yeah, and I'm like, why wait now? You could have done this 10 years ago, bud.
Yeah.
You could have saved this kid some heartbreak here.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he goes that, and so obviously he's got a plan when he comes out to be, criminal basically, and once he gets out, basically it follows him
being part of the Aryan Nation.
Yeah, I mean basically he goes on to gun trafficking.
Yeah.
Basically that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it leads when he gets out of prison. But it's almost like knows he's going back to prison pronto.
Yeah, I have a lot of problems with this movie. One of them is he basically goes from a successful banker. First of all, how do you get a lawyer who just pretty much lays down and takes that?
Yeah, it's not a very
Like, those
not
are
a
your
very good
options.
lawyer. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was drinking. I get that, but his lawyer's like, oh, and by the way, I made you this sweetheart deal where you go from getting put in prison with murderers and rapists.
Yeah, I mean, let's get creative. Let me go talk to some high school people and warn them, and let's get this sentence kind of.
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
First of all, fire the lawyer. That's not how that happens. Okay, folks, that's not how that happens in real life.
With that kind of money.
With that kind of dough, it happens to guys like us. But dudes that got a bunch of money, which is how he's portrayed, they don't immediately graduate to big time prison.
Yep.
With those types of people, or they put him in solitary, that kind of thing, and so he doesn't get that sort of thing. The second thing I have a problem with is, how does he go from banker to basically wanting to lead a life of crime? Like, he would rather stay in prison than be on the outside. And I get that there are movies that try to put that moral dilemma out there, but this movie's not trying to be that. This movie feels like he just basically decided to be part of the Aryan Nation for protection, which I get. And he graduated from trafficking some heroin, keystering it basically, to murder, Shotcaller. He's a murderer when he gets out of prison because he kills his buddy Shotgun, played by John Barenthal from The Walking Dead, who's really the one redeeming actor in this whole movie. Like, he's the one who you're like, okay, I believe that. Barenthal's fantastic in everything he's in. This is no different. But I'm really good at suspending my disbelief, and I can't do that with this movie. Yeah. From he goes from, okay, I gotta get protection from the Aryan Brotherhood, which I understand. Prison's a scary place. You want people to watch your back. To no, I want to be the man.
But you got 16 months, though. You know what I mean?
16 months.
I'm sorry. I'll take some ass beatings not to put a swastika on my chest.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
I feel like I could hold my own for 16 months.
Yes.
I haven't been to prison. I'm not criticizing anybody who's been to prison.
But I know people who have, and they came out and they didn't have swastika.
They did not have white pride written on their back in 16 months.
Yes.
I feel like, I can follow this movie that he made that decision, but I need a lot more build-up. Then he basically trafficked the heroin. He killed a guy in the cell. That's a big leap from there.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like a gang would have you go from that to that. And then there's a prison fight he gets in trouble for, and then he's got to go to the shoe, and now he's earned enough street cred from the heroin, the murder, the beat down in the courtyard, to now he's talking to the big dog.
Yeah, I mean, he's already jumped Frank. Frank's been out.
Yeah, Frank's outside.
Frank, who is Shane from Walking Dead. I call him Shane from Walking Dead.
Shane from Walking Dead, that's fine.
Anyways, he's already been out. He's already out in the streets.
Making
he
moves.
was already in the Aryan Nation before he even got in. And so
Correct.
now he jumped him, and now he's like the big dog running the show and everything.
And they don't show anything. They call him Money throughout the movie. And they don't really show any way that he earned that, other than the fact that he was a banker on the outside. There's no Andy Dufresne build-up of he handles money for the nation. He made some savvy investment calls that have earned the respect of the Aryan Nation. There's none of that.
Right.
Which would have made a lot of sense. To earn the respect, they trust him with the money. They call him Money. Now you earn your way to meeting the top dog and becoming the Shotcaller. See, I've already made a better movie in 5 minutes than the Shotcaller. I don't want to rate the movie just yet, but that's a little spoiler on where I'm going with it.
Sure.
But that's already a better movie than what was here.
Yeah, I think the director definitely fell short on any kind of backstory and left a lot to the imagination.
Correct.
Case in point, I mean, Shane from Walking Dead, when he turns into an informant, there's no backstory of why he turned into an informant or anything like that.
Nothing.
So, I mean, I need
Nor
to know.
Nor did we give any backstory here on that, but there's nothing to tell.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's a blank canvas, basically.
Yeah, we can infer from that what we want. Ben and Adam can just decide, yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed. I mean, it was hard to even remember people's names because it was so nothing resonated.
Nothing hit with me. Felt like it was trying really hard to felt like it was trying really hard to capitalize we'll just move right into the cast here. On the obvious success of Game of Thrones, throwing that actor in there, we're going to tat him up. Even the guy's accent changes throughout the movie.
He never went skinhead either, though. He
did
always
not.
had like a.
Well, he was trying to stay off the radar.
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
You know, you would think the white pride tattoo would give that
Yeah, it
away, but apparently not. You know, the prison guards hadn't figured this out by now.
Or just who you affiliate with.
Yeah, you only hang out with the other skinheads, and you're obviously not with them.
Right.
So just real quick on the actors, the main character is hell, I don't even know his name. I just call him Jaime Lannister because he played Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's Jacob Harlan, aka Money.
AKA Money. We got Frank, John Barenthal, AKA Shotgun, who's kind of, I don't know, does he indoctrinate him into the Iron Nation? Anyway, he's the catalyst for Money's problems on the outside, apparently. You got Bottles, who was also in Sicario, by the way. He plays bit parts and everything. He's pretty good.
Very small role.
Ripper, who's the main Nazi guy, who we know nothing about.
Well, that's the Beast. The Beast is the main.
The Beast is the main guy. Ripper's his enforcer.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, whatever.
I'm not quite sure who Ripper
you
is.
see him very seldom.
I blacked out a little bit.
The Beast is the main Nazi guy who we know nothing about. We just know we're supposed to respect this dude.
Yeah, he's in a cage in the middle of nowhere. He can't play nice with others, so his yard time is in a little 6x6 cage where he just walks around shirtless and
works out.
Yeah, and actually, I guess obviously makes all his deals out there, brings people in like money.
Like money.
Yeah. So.
And so, that's basically the cast.
Yeah, as far as the acting goes in the movie, I actually didn't feel like the acting was that bad. It wasn't great or anything like that, but it wasn't terrible.
I feel like they didn't have a lot to work with.
No, they didn't. But I will say the direction of this movie sucked.
That's what I mean. They basically, it's the essential thing of like playing pickup basketball. They rolled the ball out, they put a camera in front of them and said,
right,
make it happen.
Right.
And these aren't the actors to do that with. They're except for maybe Barenthal.
Yeah, you had to do a lot of ad lib if you're going to make this a successful movie.
Ad lib, and these aren't the guys that do that. I don't feel like Jaime Lannister is a guy that can take it all the way, and you put him in a situation and he can make the scene happen.
Right.
I feel like they didn't give him a lot to work with. It was a disservice to these guys. We mentioned American History X. It was kind of, I don't know. You had some thoughts on that. You wanted to go with it.
Yeah, as far as I guess we can just rate the movie.
Yeah, we might as well.
We're not going too more in depth.
There's not much. Sorry, folks. There's not much more to say about this movie. There are a lot of people that like this movie.
I know. Shockingly, this thing had a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm surprised. To be honest with you.
I've seen movies rated less. And remember, folks, right, wrong, whatever. Ours is just an opinion.
Yep.
I've seen movies rated a lot less that I enjoyed a lot more than this movie.
Right.
As far as prison movies go, dare I say it's the worst prison movie I've ever seen. And I've seen, we name them off, I've seen them.
Right.
Escape Plan with Schwarzenegger and Stallone was better written, better acted. In my opinion, was a better prison movie. And it had nothing going on in that movie either.
Right.
But this movie felt like it was trying really hard to make a statement about the prison system. And I just, like Tom Hanks in Big, I don't get it. I just didn't understand it. Rate the movie. We've got, we've got Own It, Rent It,
Watch it once.
In the vault forever.
Never watch the thing again.
Yeah.
That's your options.
Yeah, never. This is a steaming pile of crap. I'm gonna go steaming pile of crap. I don't waste your time with this movie, despite what your friends may say. This was not a good movie. It just wasn't. There's a reason we haven't seen Jaime Lannister in anything since. Honestly, I think he was so bad in this movie. It wasn't his fault, but this movie just sucked. Don't waste your time. I hope you already haven't. Apologies to the people who love this movie. There are actually some people who we both care about a lot that love this movie This was their choice, and I question their ability. I don't think I'll have them refer me a movie again. I'll have to second guess it. What are your thoughts?
But not to pile on.
Not to pile on.
Not to pile on. Again, I was a little bit shocked by the 69% Rotten Tomatoes. Look, this movie is not going to get confused with The Shawshank Redemption. This movie's not going to get confused from American History X. This movie's not even going to get confused with Ernest Goes to Jail. Okay?
Yeah.
This, unfortunately, I had to watch this thing like 3 times. I fell asleep in it, I had to rewind it, and then I forgot the ending by the time today happened because it was just, it sucked that bad. Don't do what I did. Don't ever watch this movie.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, don't. Do yourself a favor. Spend 2 hours doing anything else.
If you're at the bar and you want to know what people are talking about when they bring it up, read the plot on Wikipedia. I mean, honestly.
It was a 2-hour movie too, and I really don't know what took so long for 2 hours. I don't know. Yeah. It was not good.
Yeah, that's 4. I've seen it twice now. That's 4 hours I can never get from my life back, and to heck with you, Shotcaller, for taking it from me. That's about it for Shotcaller. Like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. That way you get the content first. Like us on Facebook. We're about to be on Twitter. Give us constructive feedback or unconstructive feedback. Right, wrong, it's always an opinion. Thanks a lot.